We are recording. Welcome to the Steve training session. So you're going to log into my LinkedIn with Hotspot Shield in the background. And once you get in LinkedIn, what you want to do now is you want to find candidates. So you're going to go to this advanced tab right here for searching and click advanced. And that takes you to this page, which is the, kind of the central searching page. So you know what company you're looking for. So we'll put the first company down. Okay, and you know that the role is located in this case, we're going to look for two locations, New York, all right, and New York State, and Los Angeles, California. I think I spelled it wrong, but there you go. Okay, so the first one we look up, the postal code for New York, by clicking there, and it gives me New York City, and there's the postal code. I go back to my advanced search, I put the postal code in. I click search. Okay, I get 7 results. All right, so each of these people, so what you want to do, what are we looking for, right? So this is the problem we have with remote workers, and this is, I'm not including you in this group. Generally speaking, their English skills aren't good enough. So what they'll do is they'll add all these 7 people to the search, but all 7 aren't a fit, okay? And then they don't do any further kind of, I guess, due diligence. So in this case, there could be 700 results too. In this case, there's only 7. So I'm just going to look at the first guy and analyze, is this a guy that I would consider a fit? So we need a sales guy. Okay, so this guy's a sales guy. He's not selling with the company anymore, but he used to sell for that company. Obviously, kind of there for 1 month. Before that, he was selling for another company. So this is a sales guy that sells in New York. He's a good fit. So I'm gonna clip this guy with Evernote. So I'm gonna clip him here to Evernote. And I'm wondering why Evernote's not coming up. There we go. So you've downloaded this, right? Okay, so this one here, unfortunately, got a hiccup. Okay, no go. Evernote. I'm going to create a new notebook for you just to make it easy. New notebook. This one is going to be New York Sales VSS. Save. New notebook. Los Angeles Sales. Okay, there you go. So now we can clip it. So I look at this guy. I discovered that he's a good fit. He used to be the director of sales for the company. Now he's somewhere else. That's okay. He's still a guy that sells product where we want him. So I'm going to clip him. He is a New York guy. So boom, New York guy, full page, save. Okay. Are you with me on that? It's just a product that they sell. I don't know why it's called VSS. I don't know what the acronym is for. Good question though. Okay. Now this guy is selling, some kind of technology. I don't know what kind of technology, but he used to sell a competitive product. So what happens is LinkedIn puts down the side people that are also potentially a fit. Okay. So what I'm looking for is East Coast. So this guy here, Jonathan Jones, let's just check his profile out. So I just want you to look down the side. So he's in Boston. He's not in New York. So he's not a fit. Okay. Back. All right. We'll go back to our search. Go back to search results right here. I look at the next guy. Sales director in Northeast. Where is he located? So he's in New York City. He's a sales director for this company. He's currently working there. He's a great fit. You see where he's working? You see where he worked before? Both these companies are on the list. So this guy is a great candidate. So we click here. We make sure that it's the right role. I'm going to get rid of one tag. Save full page. Gold. Gold. Okay. Now I go down here. I just want to see who he's connected to, who's kind of in his network. So this guy sells at NYSE Technologies, end-to-end trading solutions. Before that, he worked at Viata, right? So this guy could be a fit. So we're going to clip this guy. Boom. New York sales. Save full page. Okay. Anybody else that he's connected to? You don't want to get too far down because then you lose track of where you're at. So I always just go like one deeper. If you're not comfortable with it, don't worry about it. Okay? This guy's a sales engineer. Is he a fit? No. She's an enterprise account manager, also good. She's in Philadelphia. That is not New York, so she's out. Okay, I need New York sales is what I'm looking for. Okay, principal engineer, director of sales. We'll click on that guy. So he's based in New York City, selling for Varonis. I'm just going to guess this guy's a fit. All right. He's a sales guy in New York City. Let's rule him in. He's a good fit. Okay, save full page. Okay. We go back to our search results. Now I got what I'm looking for is guys that used to work at this company. Okay, this guy is a partner and general counsel, managing partner, CEO. This guy we clipped already. So let's check this guy out, Ray Cabana. Is he in New York City? Yes. Is he a sales guy? Yes. Okay, so sales, Viata. Now he's national sales manager. I clip him. He's a sales guy in New York. He has potential to get the job. You kind of have to gauge, is he a sales guy in New York City? And if he used to work at the company or one of these companies that you see on your list, you have to kind of add him, okay? Sure. Good question. So one of the things, there's an ecosystem, right? And within that ecosystem, there's two people that sell. Just let me explain what a sales engineer does. I'm not sure if you know what a sales engineer does. I'm the salesperson, Don. I go into a big meeting, and the product that I offer, it goes into your network, and it intercepts all the data and analyzes it to decide if someone's trying to intrude on your data, if it's moving along fast enough, if you have issues with your network. So it's a monitoring equipment that VSS sells, okay? Just to kind of put it in layman's terms. Then the guy starts asking me questions. Well, what's the downtime on our network? What happens if the network goes down? Where are you guys intercepting these probes? Okay, wait a minute. Don't talk to me. Talk to Jamie. He's my sales engineer. So Jamie also is selling the product, but he is like way technically smarter than me. So, the sales part of the job is usually a little bit more suave, a little bit more, salesy, I guess to put it in simple terms. The sales engineer is more technical. He can also sell it, but he's really a technical sales resource. Does it make sense to call someone who's a sales engineer to ask him if he knows anybody who sells? Of course it is. If the guy's at a direct competitor, then I would consider him potentially a guy that I'd want to look at. Just for this particular project, I just want you to focus on finding salespeople. So here's a good example. Jason DeRocher is a sales engineering and leadership. So he's a senior engineering sales engineer. Okay, and you can see SE, sales engineer, sales engineer, sales engineer. This guy's a sales engineer. Would I be upset if you clipped this guy and added him to the list? No, it wouldn't bother me. Probably a decent guy to call. He probably knows somebody. Probably not a bad guy to message. So to your point, throw him in the list. I'd rather you rule people in than out, and then I can give you feedback as opposed to saying, gee, I'm not sure about this guy. I'll leave him out. Then we lose him. You know what I mean? All right. All right. So let's go to the next company. So the next company is A10. We go here. A10. Oops. New York. 18 results. So Director, Northeast Region Sales at A10. He's a fit. Talent Acquisition Manager. Not a fit. Sales Director at A10 Networks, Greater New York City. He's a fit. Product Marketing Manager at A10. Not a fit. Human Resources. Not a fit. Account Manager, Clinical Solutions. Okay, there's a good one to look at and actually analyze. So now you look at it, and she says supports pharmaceutical accounts. So as you read it, you're like, no, this isn't. She's not. She's not a fit. All right. So we go down here. Systems engineer at Arista Networks. So to your point, could a guy that's a sales engineer be a fit? Sure. Senior account manager at Arista Networks. So again, I don't see Arista on our list, but I see that he used to sell for A10. Now he sells for Arista. So it's probably a guy we want to consider as adding. You know what I mean? He used to work there, so that's good enough for me. Then you look down the side, you see who he's connected to. Okay, and you can see that this guy is a salesperson. New York City, he sells enterprise accounts. So this guy would be a fit. He's selling for Brocade. So let's put him on the list. So anybody that's selling in New York City, so you can see we've already messaged him. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to our search results for a second. Bing. And we go down here. And that's it. Okay, so you kind of work through the profiles to see who you can find. Software sales development, safety director, not a fit. Oracle consultant, not a fit. Senior designer, not a fit. Principal and executive vice president, not a fit. Not a fit. East Coast sales director at Networks, he's a fit. Okay, so you would cut him in. And then you could kind of look in here and see if there's anybody else in New York City that sells. So for each profile, you're kind of doing that 1, 2, take a look, and move on. Okay? So now we move on to the next company on our list, which is, so whenever you see the slash, that means that they've been acquired. So you just put one company in and then do the other company after it. I think it's spelled wrong, that's why. Anui, one N maybe. Oh. Let's try Ixia. So 19 results. This guy's a core network test national account manager. Let's take a look. So this guy's a national account manager at Tektronix. He's currently selling there. So there's his email address. We have his email. He's a guy that's in our network. So you want to cut him and add him. We're obviously connected in the same groups. Okay, so he's a fit. You would look down the side and see who else, maybe potentially in New York would be a fit. Go to the next profile. Don Hoyler, Ixia, regional sales at Ixia, account manager, Agilent, based in New York City. We have his information, so we'd want to add him to the list. Okay. Regional sales manager at Ixia, Radhika Bandarkar. So she's a New York City sales manager. We want to add her to the list. Same thing, you would just check to see if there's anybody here. You can see we've already contacted her. Vice president. We don't want vice presidents or directors like senior people. This guy's a systems engineer, network product specialist. To me, I wouldn't add him. I mean, in this search, I wouldn't add him. I just want you to add salespeople. Okay, so let's just keep it to salespeople. Is that clear? Cool. So you bang those out. So we did Ixia, and then we do Big Switch. And some companies might not have anybody. Like, I don't know if Big Switch would have anybody. Okay, so Big Switch has nobody. CA is going to have like 100 people. 3,817 results. Okay, so the title, you want to have the word sales in here.